Pink Floyd's The Wall is a concept album and essentially extended music video dealing with the band's increasing alienation from their audience as their art becomes mainstream, the lack of understanding and empathy that one feels being on stage for those in the crowd, and an overall critique of the creator and audience relationship. This is a perfect film for Nostalgia Critic to cover, right? The man who ran one of the most successful YouTube channels in history becoming so self-involved that he looked the other way as his peers were being abused and cheated out of money under his watch. And when they left, he was unable to understand why the audience blamed him and created the hashtag #ChangeTheChannel. This is his chance to come clean about how he had built a wall around himself and messed up and lost touch with his fellow man. But he's aware of it now, right? No, of course not. Because Doug Walker has lost his fucking mind. He has completely lost his mind. And this September, to make sure that everyone is aware of the fact that he's lost his mind, he brought us, Nostalgia Critics, The Wall.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Pink Floyd The Wall, or is it Pink Floyd's The Wall? I never know where to put the S there. It's an abstract musical that musician Roger Waters described as a separation between a rock star and his audience. But it's so much more than that, I think. When it came out in 1982, it got mixed reviews and did only okay at the box office. Many saw it as too pretentious and full of itself, saying it's way...
It was just before dusk, one dark weekend evening, while on your way home, when all the critics told you Pink Floyd's Wall was shite, when you thought that it was kinda alright, and the masses gave thanks as the movie tanked, fading into obscurity for a while. The art house ego trip had fallen and slipped to the bargain bin for $3.93.
Hey, it's Corey Taylor. He's in the musical, and let's not have him sing or anything. These are the brilliant creative choices that Doug Walker is making in the opening minutes of this film.
Been a long time since you've seen Pink Floyd's The Wall. Slipknot, Stone Sour, so much happened since you thought of it at all.
Oh yeah, you show Roger Waters how to sing. The voice of an angel, Doug. Real voice of an angel you got there.
Good old Pink Floyd made a movie devoid of even the slightest bit of subtlety. The production was fancy, but way too damn angsty for adults to take seriously. But I found it one day behind Dad's porno stash, hidden away.
He just followed the first real criticism of the entire review, that adults can't take it seriously, with a dad's porno stash joke. This man is to self-awareness what he is to singing and video editing. And this quickly becomes a theme for the entire review. Doug's criticisms apply to his own critique rather than the original Wall movie. Now, this little monster gets a lot of criticism as being generic deviant art OC, and that's fair. But to be honest, after seeing low-resolution GIFs behind another even lower-resolution GIF fire, I was so surprised that anyone put any effort into this that I was genuinely kind of charmed by it.
Fancies himself a musician. It's rubbish. Now what did I just say, Corey?
We don't need no education.
Well, that's...
And around this point, I begin to contemplate, what is the value of one's soul? How much would be enough to be paid to sit in as a background actor in this embarrassing ego trip? Look at those eyes. Dead eyes. Like a doll's eyes. She knows what she's doing, and in this very moment she's thinking to herself, why oh why didn't I take that gig at the backroom casting couch?
Preposterous! We pay other people to do those things. We teach important things you need to know in life, like algebra, trigonometry, physics, geology, sex ed. Oh, that's right, you have letters that say you don't need to learn that. Well, it shouldn't be too important, especially in the case of that kid. Do you laugh at everything? Well, anyway, continue to act like the oppressed, and me the oppressor. Rock albums seem to really eat that shit up.
Remember? Doug's criticism is that adults can't take The Wall seriously. What? Come on now. And now this is probably the most widely loathed scene in the whole review, and I'm going to skip it because better reviews of it have been done, and I'll link them in the description. But in short, the Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 parody shows nothing but Doug's staggering lack of understanding of subtext and context in both music and film. Hey guys, remember that 3D animator we had on hand who does the DeviantArt OC? Could you give him a call? We need a baby and a giant bird. What do you mean he's at FurCon? When's he coming back? God damn it, it's fine. I'm really good at Microsoft Paint.
Doesn't this seem too heavy? Is World War II with monsters too silly? Oh, Roger Waters, did you ever wonder why these images of slaughter made it in a film that also sings about how high school bites? Is it saying anything that deep? War's bad, thanks, are we supposed to be? Sure, we're all bummed out, but you're losing clout in this movie. So long, Oscar bait song. Smoke a bong and it will feel less wrong. So long.
This line. Again, videos posted in comments cover this too, but my issue is not that it doesn't make sense, it's how ridiculously unfunny it is. It shows just how alien the idea of comedy is to Doug. He doesn't understand what Oscar bait is, he doesn't understand how to synthesize two ideas. The drug reference has nothing to do with the Oscar reference, it's... Here, we've all heard bad song parodies. Here's a really bad song parody.
Growing up in Florida, he rode a boat to school. His hooves are sending shockwaves as he struts down the hall.
What?
When he glances downward, he cannot see his balls. That fat, dumb, and blonde kid sure can inhale mayonnaise.
Oh, oh.
That was good.
Oh, Chip, you like that one?
That was good.
Chip liked it.
Yeah, it was hot.
That was really bad.
You know what, though? It has a thesis. It has an idea it wants to express. That idea being that Erock is a fat mayonnaise-slurping pig. What is the message of this Goodbye Blue Sky parody? It's long, it's made for the Oscars, and you can smoke pot to make it go by faster? Well, the song wasn't written for the movie, so wrong. The original song was 2 minutes and 45 seconds long, so wrong again. And pot hasn't been funny or cool since Kevin Smith happened, so wrong again. So back to my thesis. This is how disjointed Doug Walker's thought process is. This is how detached from reality he has become. This is The Wall.
Is there anybody who cares?
This is without a doubt the funniest line in the entire movie. And again, I laugh at Doug and his utter lack of understanding of comedy. Replacing "is anybody out there" with "is there anybody who cares" amounts to a literal comedic zero. You're expressing essentially the same idea as the original song in a different wording. It's like if I did a parody of the song "I Can't Make You Love Me" and made it "I Don't Think You Like Me." This is how creatively stunted Doug Walker is. This is how devoid of humanity he is. Is there anybody who cares is Doug Walker's cold black soul all over, and it's pretty fucking hilarious.
Hey, you guys like the music in this review? Well, believe it or not, there's an album of it. I'm not even kidding. This was done by Rob Scallon, who appears in the review. He has his own YouTube channel. He's just this incredible talent, and I really think he outdid himself with this because this is just such a love letter to Pink Floyd's music and The Wall. And you can download the album in the link below. There's even songs and music that isn't in the review. It's only for the album, and it's really fantastic stuff. So go check it out, man.
Oh, Doug, how dare you make this piece of trash? How dare you sell an album of this trash on top of just releasing this trash? You miserable sack of garbage. Who did you think this would appeal to? Did you think this was going to be the next Cuxmas Carols? You're not Asterios Kokkinos. And being Asterios Kokkinos wouldn't be that great either. So here we have Doug, and he walks out with "person you hate" written on his forehead, which is the first moment of self-awareness Doug seems to actually present. By this point in the review, yes, everybody watching does hate him, and here he is trying to make a bigger point about hashtag change the channel. Listen to this.
Oh yeah, I'm the person you all think you know. That soaks up your angst and confusion. I'm that nameless foe. I got some weird news for you, sunshine. This was dissing Thatcher's administration. But it's vague enough to put anyone you fear. Politician, showman, just put their face here. Are there any authority figures in the crowd tonight?
Oh, yes, that's me. I'm authority figure, yes.
We'll put them in the wall! That one's looking stressed. He wants to feel impressed. Put him in the wall! And that one looks sheltered, like she never leaves a room. I'll be that friend you can blame for all your gloom. That one looks like he really wants to be outraged. Now with social media, you have the stage. Hashtag, hashtag,
Hashtag, hashtag, hashtag, hashtag, hashtag, hashtag, hashtag.
You get it? You get it? Oh, I'm gonna go lay down for a while. This is making me like tense up real bad. The back of my neck is like hurting.
All right, everyone, let's take our 100% correct opinions to the world! Oh, son! Oh, so bright! Oh, let's go back in. I don't like that. No.
Do you guys think it can get worse? Think it can get even more embarrassing? Of course it does. Of course it does.
It's us versus them. I don't even know who us or them are. I just want to be angry so I can be above those who hate me. I need their attention. Love me or hate me, just look at me more. Whatever side you choose, just don't ever wane. Waiting for the point.
I'm literally doing you a kindness by fast forwarding right now. This is me taking mercy on my audience. I love you. I don't want to put you through this.
You know, I got places to go. How long will this go?
And again, we have another Oscar bait song moment where he is absolutely wrong in his criticism. The Wall is a 95-minute film. with virtually every scene contributing to the overall message of the movie. Unlike this, which has no message, and just has vague criticisms that don't even apply to the movie, and it's just set to the music. It's embarrassing, and it's masturbation. This doesn't have anything to do with anything. Look.
Yes, actually. Is Lucy Lacemaker there? Is she there? Because I was, it's just a thing of, shut the fuck up.
What do you mean is she there? She's a made-up character.
I mean, you're not exactly giving creation all of its credit. It's not like you just shit out the Horcrux that Voldemort never meant to make. And that's it, you know, there's a little more to it than that. When you make a character that looks real and feels real, well, the line tends to blur, you know. If you see it, just don't say anything stupid. Good luck, mate.
Oh, that's that weird creature I've seen looming around.
What did that have to do with Pink Floyd's The Wall?
Let me show you. Let me show you what happens when your dreams no longer need you.
Right then, Lucy Lacemaker, the court will take a vote on if the film that plays before us can in any way show some feelings. Worthy feelings of an almost canny nature, from joys to blue.
I always said I liked how well made ditty. I will not suffer shitty those that bring forth naught but pity for their lack of wit and mind. But here we rather find the result of hard-hand artists. I say the music here is joyous, but with that we have to say.
I don't even understand what is happening anymore. This is Doug Walker's mind, and it's too broken and sad for interpretation. Are they talking about The Wall, or Doug, or themselves? I don't get it.
Or just wish they'd give us some more time to live. Living constantly as it's being
Hey, you guys remember The Wall? That movie they made based on the Pink Floyd album? You remember all the furries? Remember all the frickin' Pikachus and frickin' wolf monsters? Yeah, that was a really good Pink Floyd, famously a fursuiter band. Yeah.
This film's not bound by canon.
Hey, look, it's Cathorix. Why is Cathorix in this? Why is Cathorix in this? Remember how I said these characters are somewhat charming and had effort put into them? Yeah, I take it back. They fucking put Cathorix in there. How many Fur Affinity profiles are just raging that their characters are being robbed here? They're being robbed by Doug Walker. Oh, I really don't understand any of this. What the hell is this? And here's more Doug not understanding how comedy works.
So now what?
Well, since you got me, figure I could sing you one of my biggest hits.
You mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Orange and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Ethical nonsense be something you wish.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
And drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
So I'm going to give this review 0 bald-headed retards out of a possible 5. It's not a review. And as a parody of The Wall, it's still a 0. It's incomprehensible, it's childish, it's stupid, and it's unfocused. However, buried in there is a good criticism of The Wall, and it's Doug Walker's life. Abandoned by his colleagues, surrounded by yes-men who could have stopped him and don't, an egomaniacal man thought he was creative, bold, and smart enough to try and inject art into his piss-boring content, and failed miserably. Nostalgia Critic is not Pink Floyd, but Doug Walker kind of is. And that's pretty fucked up.